You're beautiful just the way you are. Shine on and dare anyone to turn off your lights. Mandy Hale. Be your own kind of beautiful. Let's take a moment to really think about what that means. So often, we're bombarded with messages of what beauty should look like, what success should feel like, and how we should be living our lives. But what if I told you that true beauty is not something that can be defined by anyone else but you? What if the most beautiful thing you could do is to live a life that feels good to you, not one that simply looks good to others? Beauty is not just skin deep. It's not just about having the perfect house, the latest car, or the most flawless skin. Beauty is a reflection of who you are at your core, what you value, and how you choose to show up in this world. It's about honoring what makes you unique, whether that's your quirks, your dreams, or the things that set your soul on fire. For me, beauty is about investing what brings me joy, not what others might expect of me. Everyone around me seems to want big, flashy house with all the latest upgrades and high-end finishes. But to me, that's not what makes life beautiful. I'd rather invest in travel, experiences, or in my community, because those things bring me a deeper sense of fulfillment. That's where I find beauty. So let me ask you, what is beauty to you? What makes your heart skip a beat? Is it the sound of laughter with friends? The satisfaction of helping someone in need, or perhaps the peace that comes from a quiet moment with a good book? These are the kinds of questions that can reveal where your true beauty lies, beyond the surface level. Maybe for you, beauty is about creating a cozy, loving home filled with warmth and comfort, rather than chasing the latest trends. Or maybe it's about dedicating your time to causes that matter to you. The point is, your version of beauty doesn't have to align with anyone else's. In fact, it shouldn't. It's uniquely yours, and that's what makes it so powerful. Too often, we fall into the trap of thinking that our lives must look a certain way to be considered beautiful. But here's the truth. There's no one-size-fits-all definition of beauty. What's beautiful to you may not be beautiful to someone else, and that's okay. That's the beauty of diversity, the richness of individuality. If you feel happiest when you're exploring new places, discovering hidden corners of the world, and learning about other cultures, then that's your beauty. If your heart lights up when you're investing in your local community, making it a better place for the next generation, then that's your beauty. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Think about what really brings you joy. Think about the things that make you feel alive. Is it spending time with family? Is it the feeling of accomplishment after a long day of hard work? Maybe it's simply the ability to sit in a quiet space and reflect on your journey. Whatever it is, that's where your beauty resides. Embrace it. I want you to take a moment to visualize what your version of a beautiful life looks like. Does it include the big, flashy house that everyone else seems to want? Or does it look more like meaningful moments spent in places that truly matter to you? Is it about owning a collection of designer clothes? Or is it about investing in experiences that transform you from the inside out? Once you know what's beautiful to you, commit to creating more of that in your life. If that means saying no to what everyone else is doing so you can say yes to what truly matters to you, then be brave enough to do it. Be your own kind of beautiful, even if it looks completely different from what others expect. True beauty comes from being unapologetically yourself. It comes from standing in your truth and honoring your values. Don't get caught up in the race to keep up with everyone else's idea of success. What's the point of having the nicest house on the block if it doesn't bring you joy? What's the point of having the latest gadgets if they don't align with your values? The more you try to fit into someone else's definition of beauty, the more you lose sight of who you truly are. And there's nothing more beautiful than being true to yourself. So let go of the comparisons, the pressures, and the judgments. Focus on what truly makes you happy. Beauty is about mental and emotional well-being. It's about investing in your mental health, in your personal growth, and the things that bring you peace of mind. That might mean choosing a simpler life with fewer possessions but more meaningful connections. It might mean prioritizing self-care over the relentless pursuit of more. There's a certain kind of beauty in simplicity. Sometimes the most beautiful things in life are the ones that don't cost a dime, like a sunset, a good conversation, or the feeling of knowing that you're exactly where you're meant to be. Don't overlook these moments in your pursuit of what others tell you is beautiful. It's time to redefine what beauty means to you. If it doesn't include joy, fulfillment, and peace, then maybe it's time to let go of the old definition and create a new one. You are the architect of your own life. You get to decide what's beautiful, meaningful, and worthy of your time and energy. So let me ask you again, what's beautiful to you? What brings you true happiness? What makes your heart sing? Once you have those answers, go after them with everything you've got. Don't let the noise of others drown out the voice of your own heart. Be willing to stand alone if you have to. Be willing to choose a different path, to invest in what matters to you, even if no one else understands. That's where your power lies. That's where your beauty will shine the brightest. There's a certain kind of magic that happens when you stop chasing the expectations of others and start creating a life that's aligned with who you truly are. You become more joyful, more content, and more at peace. And that, my friend, is beautiful. Don't let the world define what your life should look like. Don't let anyone convince you that you need to have certain things to be considered successful. The only person you need to please is yourself. The only standards you need to meet are the ones that you set for yourself. Be your own kind of beautiful by honoring what's important to you. Whether that's investing in experiences, in relationships, in your community, or in your personal growth, whatever it is, let that be your guide. Let that be your compass. The world doesn't need more people trying to fit into the same mold. It needs more people who are brave enough to be themselves. People who are willing to stand out, to be different, to live authentically. That's the kind of beauty that changes the world. You have a light inside of you that's uniquely yours. Don't dim it trying to fit into someone else's version of beauty. Let it shine in whatever way feels true to you. That's how you'll attract the right opportunities, the right people, and the right experiences into your life. So today I challenge you to ask yourself, what's truly beautiful to me? And then go out there and create it. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for approval. The life you want is within reach. You just have to be bold enough to pursue it. Be your own kind of beautiful, unapologetically and fearlessly. Life is too short to live it according to someone else's rules. You are enough as you are, and the beauty you seek is already within you. Embrace it. Nurture it and let it guide you to a life that's truly yours. You've got this. Peace and blessings, Dr. O.